morning, soul family. How are you doing today? Let's take a peek outside. I woke up this morning. Well, actually, I've been up for so long. It was one of those nights. I woke up and basically spent hours talking to my twin, energetically, and faded back to sleep and woke up, so God knows how many hours I got. Oh, look at that, lilies in the sun. See, they know. Animals know. I've been helping some people with an animal that's very sick, and Spirit, we need the sun to grow, right? Everything. And when you're not feeling well, it warms your bones. When Lily wasn't feeling well, she knew she needed to be in the sun. It's important to get outside, and for us too, right? So grateful. And that's why people have a hard time in the cold weather countries when there's so much gray. Like when I lived in Canada, that's the reason we moved to California, because my mother was just depressed with the weather. She just couldn't handle it. She's like, every day it was overcast and gray, and it was bringing her down. That's the one thing that's cool about Wisconsin, because it gets freaking freezing cold. Yes, it does. But when it snows, it's a blizzard, and then it's bright blue sky. I'm telling you, it's bizarre. So this is gorgeous. Be grateful for where you are and what you have. And she's gonna, yeah? What? Are you gonna start demanding again? This is a very demanding little creature. Who's the demanding creature in your life? Who's the one who's been, oh my. And sometimes they sound miserable, but that's just her call for attention. Isn't that interesting? Sometimes people sound miserable, but they're not. They want attention. And that came up to me this morning. Are you somebody who has an issue with not getting enough attention? Are you jealous that other people are getting attention? You have to work on that. You got to work on that. You know? You don't need to demand attention. Just go about your life. Go about your life, enjoy it. But, you know, if you're doing things in order to get attention and you don't get attention, that's a problem. You're doing it for the wrong reason. That came up this morning. You don't need to do that, right? You just need to be you, and people will love you for who you are. Okay. All right, you guys, I want you to cut me some slack. Seriously, you know, these multiple choice, you know, pick a card readings that we're doing. I'm not paid to do this. You know, I do this because I love you guys. I do this from the goodness of my heart, and it's confusing. Yes, it's confusing. You know, if there's more than one choice and we're saying, oh, here, choose this, choose that. If I say we're going to, you know, if you want to do if you want to do zodiac signs, or if you want to do it by, you know, I'm going to pick 1 and 2 and give the other person 2 and 3 or 3 and 4 or whatever. If I say, okay, the first pile, and I have 4 piles there, if I say, all right, so this one is air, this one is zodiac, this one's Aries, I'm not even doing it right, see? I confused myself. If I'm saying, this is fire, this is water, this is earth, and this is what Spirit wants to say, clearly there's 4 piles. If I didn't say the zodiac sign that you're looking for, but there's an extra pile, I would think that you could make the leap and figure out that that's the pile that you're going to use. Okay? You don't need to jump too far. Okay? So figure it out yourself. I said this is a multiple choice, and there's all different ways that you can choose to do it. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. There's just options. We have options, right? You figure out how you want the options to go. So I'm going to make it less complicated for myself, because I'm over it. I'm over getting comments and, you know, private emails and, you know, well, you didn't do this right, or you didn't do that right. Well, you know what? Figure it out yourself. So 3 cards today. You can do whatever you want. This is going to be 1, 2, or 3, A, B, or C, him, me, and spirit, or how about this? Here's an option for you. These are just ideas. I'm not telling you what to do. You do it. So here's an idea. One's me. This is how I'm feeling, or this is what I want you to know about where I'm at. And this is what they're feeling and what they want you to know about where they're at. And then that last one is, what's going to happen this week? Or how about, what is my intention for this week? What is their intention for this week? And what does Spirit say we need to pay attention to? I don't care how you do it. You do it. You figure it out. Okay? Too much stress on me. I got to work all day. And I do this in the morning for you guys. So you figure it out. First pile. Whatever you want it to be, I don't care. With the cards we're working with Spirit today are Wisdom of the House of Night and Trust Your Vibes, because this is what we're doing. We're wanting you guys to trust your own vibes, right? What is it that you're drawn to? What is it that your higher self says? You could already have chosen, you know, A, B, or C, 1, 2, or 3. Whatever it is. I don't care. You figure it out. And there they are for the first 3. Hold on a second. And I'm going to... Do I have any... No. Hold on a second. So how's it going for you guys today? I had really nice thoughts, actually. I had a really strange dream, even though I spent most of my time awake in a really, really good positive place. In my dreams, what I watched was kind of what we've been seeing. I watched a couple of, they were what felt like to me, they could either have been children or adults, I don't know. And they were tortured by the people that were supposed to care for them. And we were trying to, you know, there was one side that was torturing them and doing awful things, and the other side that was trying to keep them away from the other person. And in the end, the persons that were being tortured themselves, they dealt with it themselves. They retaliated. And then full circle happened, and the ones that were doing the things that were so cruel ended up, the ones that were hurt, the ones that had been hurt, chose to reconcile with the ones who hurt them. That's what they chose, and we watched, and it was kind of like everyone was going to give everybody a second chance. So that's what we watched when we watched the ducks. Remember? And I called it the Ascended Masters, but because there were 3, but 1 pulled away, so it was like full circle completion. And I said that the 1 pulled away, and the other 2 followed, and they went around and around and around and around, but in the end, and they were following the one that pulled away from them. But in the end, they reconciled. They all came back together. So sometimes if we make a choice, we have to make a choice, and we feel like it's going to be really awful. We got to pull away from this. It doesn't mean it's forever. You know, if you're disagreeing with someone that you love, or that's part of your family, or in a friendship even, and you need to pull away for a while, that's okay. That doesn't mean that it's going to be for a lifetime. It just means right now, this isn't working for me. Right now, I have a choice that I'm making, and we disagree. And so we're going to part ways for now. But as they showed me in my dream, it all came back around. It's like it all comes out in the wash, right? And so these ones that I was angry at, that had hurt the person that I cared about, in the end, you know, it's kind of like, I guess everybody figured out that they all had their own way of looking at things. They had their own way of perceiving the situation. And so they weren't, once everybody, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, right? We all don't have to have the same opinion. So that's what it was. And in the end, it all worked out. So whatever way you want to look at it, you know, people aren't inherently evil, are they? No. I thought that was a really good dream. And then, like I said, the rest of it, I was just like, oh, I was just loving, sending love. And that's the best thing we can do for anybody going through anything, right? Anybody. If somebody comes across, you know, in a cranky mood, or if they come across and they do something, sometimes they do things that they shouldn't have done, and it's like, oh God, are you gonna hold it against them for the rest of their life, or are you gonna move on? I mean, be the bigger person, get over it, really, you know. And if it's really, really horrible, pull away from the toxic energy. And people can have toxic energy, and it doesn't mean that they're evil people. It's just maybe toxic for you at that time, or maybe they're going through something that has made them feel toxic. And so it's in your highest good not to be around, you know, until that energy balances out. Or if somebody is, you know, loves you and they're trying to control you, and you're not wanting that, you're going to separate from that. You're going to do your own thing, and maybe they're not going to like it. But it doesn't mean they're going to cut you out of their life for the rest of their life, or that you have to as well. So life is not as tragic as so many people want to make it. You know, it's not the end of the world. There are bigger and bigger things. All right, here's our piles. Whatever you want them to be. Me, you, What's going to happen this week? What do I want you to know? What do they want you to know? What does Spirit want you to know? A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. I don't give a care. Or, which crystal are you drawn to? Which little crystal cluster? This one has got amethyst, clear quartz, courage, rose quartz. I don't know what that other little fleck is. This one has got pyrite, hematite, rose quartz. And this one is titanium. And it's got the moldavite mica. What is it called? The muscovite mica. So whatever you choose. So I'll let you guys look at them. What are you drawn to? Now, you guys, once you get your pile, you can fast forward and go to your pile. Or once you get your pile, thanks for joining us. You can move on. Or you can listen because, you know what? There's always a message for all of us in every pile. So, all right. Let's set this up. Let's start it off and see if Spirit has anything to say on the radio. Don't look back. Keep your eyes on me. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. It's kind of what I was watching in my dreams. All right, so here's the first pile. Now, maybe you're drawn to this because this is a crystal that you're needing to look into the properties of today. So the properties of titanium crystal. And you know, I said yesterday, I'm going to have you look up the crow totem as your homework, and then I included it anyway in the in the post. So I'll give you a quickie on titanium spiritual meaning if you were drawn to this one. So this is about, it gives energy in excitement, compassion, and joy. It's a high energy stone that removes blockages on personal level, your personal field. Anything that is preventing you from being creative, focused, or motivated. Okay? And then I'm not going to go through all of the gazillion ones. If you want to look up the different meanings, you can. But I'm going to look up malachite and tell you a brief description of malachite. Clearly because it's the color of your heart and healing. Heart stone, right? So it's a stimulation for your throat and your heart chakras. It's called the stone of transformation, and it's used for deep energy cleaning and bringing healing and positive transformation. Okay? And of these ones, I'm going to choose pyrite. You can choose whatever you want. As I said, we all know how to do our homework, right? So pyrite is a very protective stone. That's this one here. And pyrite comes in different, it can look different. Here you see it's more, it's smoother looking, but I've got it right here as well. It's also what is called false gold or fool's gold, right? There it is right there. So it can look more silvery like this one does, or it can look more like a gold. So this is a good one for energy, negative energy. It's a very protective stone, and it shields you from any negative energy, and it blocks energy leaks and auric tears. So this is awesome if you feel that you've got people messing in your energy field, people coming into your dreams, or people trying to do binding spells on you, or cross your personal free will. There's a lot of spiritual people who feel that it's okay to do spell work on another person, and it's not. It's absolutely not. So this will protect you if you carry it with you. It promotes physical health and emotional well-being. Okay? So whichever you want. We're going to start with the first pile. As I said, this is muscovite mica underneath. If you want to look the meaning up on that, that's on you. You do it. You do it to it. All right. So the first message that we have coming forward is going to be from, move these forward a little bit. This is from the Wisdom of the House of Night. Okay. I don't use these cards that often. Ooh, like it though. All right, so Spirit says what we want you, or this is what I want you to know. If you chose it that way, or however you did, I don't care. This is from me. Keep focused. Set your focus on where you want to go. Now, this one is in the forest, right? You might be feeling like, look at the trees, they've all lost their leaves, right? All the leaves have fallen. So you might be feeling in kind of a barren place right now. Maybe things have fallen down. Maybe you've gone through the falling tower. You're still a bit in your emotional waters, but you're bending down on your knee and you're getting yourself steady. So get yourself grounded, the color of earth right here, right? The color of the leaves. Get focused on where it is that you want to go or what it is that you're trying to achieve. Pull that arrow back and then let it fly. But see how spirit is coming from behind to direct the front of that that arrow? It's not for you to direct where it goes or how it goes and how it gets there. Focused, let it go, and allow spirit to take it. Spirit's telling you that when you do this, you're going to achieve what you want. You are. It's just you may not know how spirit is going to correct you. Some depends on the wind, depends on the winds of change, right? There's all kinds of variables. But spirit's telling you not to worry. Yes, we see that you're in your emotional waters, but bend down, get steady, pull the arrow back and let it fly, and allow spirit to help you. You don't have to do everything yourself. If you're wondering, am I going to hit my mark? Am I going to get there? Yes, the answer is yes. So right now, she's got like warrior paint on, right? She's serious about what she wants. And look at the sparks of creativity there. So if this is a creative project or something that you're passionate about because there's a lot of fire, right? I'm serious about this. This is what I want. I'm going to get steady. No, I'm not totally out of my emotional waters, but I'm good because I know spirit's backing me. I'm going to let go. I'm not going to be distracted by anything. I'm focused on what I want. So I'm keeping my eye on my target. But remember, you can't control everything and everyone. Just like the wind influences. That's why experience comes into play a lot of times with certain things. You know, once you have done things for a while, you take your focus, you aim, and you let go. But you realize that, it's kind of windy today, so the wind seems to be blowing that way. So I'm going to over direct just a little bit this way in order to hit my target, right? You're going to take things into account in determining which way your arrow needs to be shot, right? Whatever the course of your plans. So these are the conditions in my household. If I do this right now, if I act in this way, it's pretty clear that this is going to happen. So I'm going to do this. Like say you're making a decision that people don't agree with. Don't tell them. Do it. You don't have to tell everybody every move in what you're making and what you're doing. If it's something that doesn't actually concern them, they could make it be their concern. But if it's a choice of your own and you know it's going to cause a distraction or cause an issue at the time, deal with it afterwards and just get clear on what you want and go for it. You need to focus, take your aim, and then let go. Let go of whatever they feel or whatever happens on the outside, and also let go and trust that Spirit's helping you. Okay, that's the first message. What I want you to know, this is trust your vibes. First of all, let your heart fly, right? Let your heart fly. Look at this couple. I see the couple in the card, and there's a heart with wings between them. And the divine masculine is forward movement. That heart is flying, and there's growth and healing and love between them, and they're energetically connecting with each other. They may not be right in each other's presence, or maybe they are, but there's growth happening, and love is growing. There's passion. They're both connecting to their higher selves as well. Look at this. The connection between them is strong. I like that. That's a very cool image. It's not personal. It's not personal. So don't take offense. It's not personal. It's just a message that's going to be delivered, and it has to be put out because more than one person has brought this to my attention. So like what I said in the beginning, don't take it personally. I'm saying that to everyone. If there is something that is confusing and you've got 4 options and I say one of them wrong, you choose it the way you want. It's not personal, right? It's just clarity. So don't take it personal. That's just one example. But it's like, also, maybe somebody has somebody's done something. They have a thought in mind. Remember, in the dream, I watched these people that they thought they were doing the right thing. They had a reason that they were doing what they were doing. They weren't trying to hurt you. It wasn't personal. It felt like it was. But the dove is a dove of peace. So I'm reaching for peace. I want peace in this situation. I'm putting down my weapons of war. I don't need to put up a shield of protection and carry my sword, because it's not personal. It's not about me. It's their issue. Now, also, if somebody's acting in a manner that's just outrageous, I'm not going to take it personal. It's their problem. It's their issue. If somebody's jealous of you and they're causing a stink or whatever, just because somebody invites you to war doesn't mean you have to attend. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. I choose peace. I choose peace. Peace goes in to the sun, to the vine. That's about forward movement. I'm coming from my light body. I'm coming from my spiritual self. What would my spiritual self say? What would love say? What would love do? I'm emanating that energy. Whatever you can do to come across in a peaceful, positive way, that is growth. That brings forward growth. See the healing, the color of healing and love and growth, and the sun makes everything grow. So if I choose to go follow my soul's path or follow the path of love away from the aggression and the anger, it's going to be peaceful. Peaceful. That's another message. I'm going to go away from, remember, blame, judgment, ridicule. And I'm going to go to where there's peace, love, acceptance. It's nothing personal. This path is not my path. It may be your way you do things, but this is the way I choose to do things. I realize you're coming from a place of love. I realize for you, this protection was meant from love. But for me, I want freedom. So I'm going over here. It's not personal. Doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means we want something different. What else? It's not personal. I like that. Don't take everything so personally. Don't get your nose in a knot over things. Are you being a little bit overreactive? Also, your shield of protection is important for you. And so is your sword for cutting cords with what is not in your highest vibrational good. So, what you do to keep yourself safe and keep yourself from having cords wrapped around you is keeping yourself in the highest vibrational frequency, right? If I'm emanating this high frequency, they can't touch me because light is much stronger than darkness. So I won't be affected. So one way that it's going to affect me, this negative energy, is by taking it personally. Then I'm coming away from my higher self and I'm going down to a lower level. So if I don't take it personally, I won't allow it to affect myself any way you want to say it. And also, try to see it that it wasn't personal. Even if somebody does come at you, don't make it personal. I'm not even going there. I have far too many things to do in my life. I'm busy. I've got a lot. I come from a place of love. I come from my higher self. I'm not even engaging in this. So I'm cutting this out. Personally, I don't need it. I'm cutting this out. So I won't even respond. I don't need to deal with this. If it's something that, you're having an issue with, you can deal with it. It's got nothing to do with me. It's your own consciousness that you need to work with. It's your own higher self that you need to reconnect with, right? I'm going to stay tuned into what's important to me, and you figure out, you do you, I'll do me. It doesn't mean that I'm not coming from a place of love. It just means that it's not my job to fix you. It's not my job. If you're choosing to be around toxic energy and tolerate inappropriate behavior, I'm going over there. Nothing personal, but it just isn't vibing with me. I'm not going to be tolerant towards toxic energy. And if you choose to be in this area, it's going to erode your spiritual self. And so I'm not going to be there because that's because I love myself first. I put up my shield of protection because it's self-love. And that's why I'm not going to do it. You can do whatever you want. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to higher ground. I'm not going to allow that negative thought, those negative people, that negative energy to erode my shield. So I'm going to remove myself from it. And also, they've been awful. In my dream, it was awful. What I saw happening, it was terrible. And we wanted to retaliate. But you know what? When you retaliate, you bring yourself to that level. So in the end, we chose to come from a place. We chose to believe, okay, you know what? They aren't evil people. They did something that we don't like, and we don't have to hang out with them. But in the end, it came full circle. Recognize it's going to come full circle. That's another thing. Let their karma deal with them. You don't have to. You're not karma. It's not your personal issue. I want you to know to surrender. Surrender to spirit. Surrender to what you're feeling. Surrender to what your heart is saying. You've asked for help. You've exhausted yourself trying to figure it out. This is what I'm getting. You've exhausted yourself trying to figure this out. Why are you killing yourself? Why are you overanalyzing? You're up at night, not able to sleep because you're worrying. Surrender it to spirit and let them handle it. Stop trying to figure it out. Sometimes when you just take a break, then the ideas come through. Surrender. You've asked for spirit's help. Now allow them to come forward and help you. When you do that, surrender, that's the key that unlocks the door to grace. Don't push wet spaghetti up a hill. It's not going to go easy for you. Let it go. Surrender. Walk away. Take a break. Trust that spirit's going to help you. You're exhausted right now and you need a break. You really do. You need to stop the overanalyzing. Maybe you need to just stop putting up the barriers and surrender to what you're feeling. Just go with it so that you can relax. I'm going to stop fighting what I'm feeling and I'm just going to allow. That's good. Next card. Bell cluster. What do they want you to know? Or whatever you chose. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Get back to the basics. There's a lot of things going on here. A lot of health. I'm also, because I was talking earlier about helping somebody with an animal that was not well, this could be you as well. I was saying, you know what, stay away from Western medicine. Get back to the basics. Get back to the natural way of healing yourself. Physical exercise, proper rest, proper nutrition, drinking lots of water. What are you taking into your body? Get back to the basics. Or have you been so busy that you haven't been out on your power walks? You've been so busy, you've been eating on the fly and you've been eating junk food. You haven't had enough water. You definitely haven't had good water, filtered water. You know, you've been eating crap water out of the tap. You really have got to watch that. Maybe you need to get back to your alkaline water. Maybe when you drink your water, you got to remember to put your, I do. This is a message from me because I'm looking at the vegetables and the fruit. I got to get my frozen lemon and grate it and get it back into my water. I ran out a couple days ago, right? Maybe you're supposed to just get back to the basics as it's simple. Your smoothies, have you been having your smoothies? Yum, I'm having my smoothie after this. I am. That sounds good to me. Or maybe it's just stop making things so complicated and just get right down to the basics. What are the basic fundamental things of what you want? What is it that you want? Get clear on what you want. Right? Make it simple, stupid. Use your common sense. It's kind of like at the beginning of this reading. If there's 4 cards and I don't say one and there's one element and there's 4 cards there, use your common sense. Choose. But we can do this in every area of our life. That may be a message for you. Well, there's 4 options in front of you, but somebody called something else, so I don't know what to do. There's 4 options. You call it. You call it whatever you want. Maybe you're waiting for others to tell you what to do. Maybe you're the one that needs to make the choice. Right? That's a really good message. So as obvious as it sounds, sometimes we don't think about that. There's a reason everything happens, right? There's a reason that question was asked. Well, I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's pretty obvious. There's 4 cards. Pick, choose it the way you want. But maybe that's needed to be brought up because you need to look at something else in your life that you're waiting for somebody else to make your choice when actually the choices are in front of you. You're the one that has to make the choice. The choices are there. What do you want? Maybe you are not allowing yourself to have what you want. So ask yourself, what are my basic needs? And if you neglect your basic needs, you are prone to anxiety. If you don't get enough sleep, you're going to be bitchy, you're going to be cranky, you're going to be exhausted, you're not going to be able to function, you're not going to be able to make choices, you're not going to be able to see your choices. If you're not exercising properly, your body is sluggish, everything slows down, it doesn't work properly. If you're not getting enough water, if you're dehydrated, you get headaches, you Oh, there's so many things that happen. Migraines come on with not enough hydration. Your skin starts looking like shit. Nothing works properly if you're not in balance. If you're not taking enough fresh fruit, not canned fruit, not candied fruit, fresh fruit and vegetables. And look at the different varieties. Here you see an orange, an apple, and a banana, right? A variety. The basics. Simple, basic variety. Everything has to be in balance is what we're also seeing here, right? If you are not in balance, you are not connecting to your higher self. If you are not in balance and you're neglecting your basic needs, how can you possibly expect to make clear decisions or function properly or figure out what it is that's blocking you? You know, oh, I can't get this thing to work, but I've been up all night trying to figure it out. Well, hello, go to sleep. Maybe you'll figure it out in the morning. You'll wake up and you'll know it. Maybe you're dehydrated. Maybe you need to get out, go out for a run. A lot of times people are stressed out and they're anxious. Go for a run, and that energy, that anxious energy, is dissipated. That happens with me all the time. If I'm feeling sad, or if I'm feeling down, or even if I'm feeling exhausted, if I go out for a power walk, it invigorates me. I see things from a different perspective. I see all kinds of different messages. My mind is off what I'm worried about, and all it took was me getting outside. There's a lot of vibrations that we don't recognize when we're out of balance. I'm seeing things, but I'm not hearing things properly. We used to hear, see, and feel. We used to connect, but why am I not? You're overanalyzing. You're not sleeping properly. You're anxious about what everyone else is telling you. You're not making your own choices. You're not realizing that you have your own choices to make. You're not calling upon your higher self. You're forgetting that you are a high spiritual creature and you are unlimited and unbound, and you are not anyone's victim or anyone's martyr. You don't have to ask anyone's approval. You don't have to have anyone's approval. Remember where you came from. If you come from your highest self, all of that shit goes out the window, right? So right now, this is about raising the bar to self-awareness. Are you taking care of your body without feeling guilty? I'm sorry, I need rest. I've done enough now. There's other people that can take this. I'm not going to feel guilty. You can handle it. You have hands and feet and a brain and a mouth. You can get up and do this for yourself. Right? Are you like me, the mom that made food for everybody else and stood the whole time and cleaned the whole time and never sat down at the table because you were constantly making sure everybody got what they needed? I did that. I can't remember how many times meals went through that I never sat down, and it was not anyone asking it of me. I always just felt like I was everybody's servant. Do you go through life feeling like you're everybody, like you're a slave to everyone else? Are you not realizing that you are the one that is allowing this to happen? Maybe you have created this for yourself, and now it's time to break free and go back to the basics. Whoa, I've been a slave. I just realized no one does this for me. And then you start feeling resentful. Why are you resentful? You're the one who's doing it. No one put a gun to your head. Well, they make me feel guilty. No, they don't. You choose to allow yourself to be made to feel guilty. Right? This is clearly my message. I get this really good. Because you're paying a high price when you neglect to keep it simple. When you neglect yourself. When you neglect all of these things. All the way from a mental, emotional, physical, spiritual aspect. Sexually. Are you getting your sexual needs fulfilled? Well, in my religion, you're not allowed to masturbate because it's a sin. Really? But it's a sin to go out and have sex before you're married too, right? In your religion, yes. So what are you supposed to do? Just be sexually frustrated? Because do you know when you're sexually frustrated, you can't think? Do you know that the most creative people sexually fulfill themselves? If you're not, doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship. Very, very highly creative and successful people masturbate. It's true. Whether you want to hear it or not. You can take on everybody else's viewpoint, or you can handle it yourself. I've been single for a very long time, and I can tell you, I'm not sexually frustrated. I definitely want to be with the one that I love. It's not quite the same, but I'm not sexually frustrated. There's a release that needs to happen. A lot of chemicals in your body, stress, endorphins are released, a natural high. It's amazing. Why do you think your body was given the ability to have that sense of pleasure and release? It's healthy. It's unhealthy to be sexually frustrated. Doesn't mean you're going to go out and sleep with the whole world. You can do it yourself. There's all kinds of ways you can do it. So your body knows what it needs. Listen to it. It's got many, many senses. So give yourself the things that it needs and pay attention to the high energy that comes into your life when you do. Release. Release. What do you need to release? Just told you. Sexually? Do you need to release? Go do it. Enjoy. Touch yourself. You have a beautiful body. It's your temple. If you don't know how your body works and what you like, how are you going to show anyone else what you like? Seriously. Release the hold. You want something? Stop thinking about it so much. Release it. The more you're holding it, the energy blocked. You're blocked because you're holding on so tight. This is the butterfly. If this is love, don't hold on so tight. To anyone, your children, your lover, your husband, your wife, anyone, friends, don't put a stranglehold on people. Release it. If they want to be there, they'll be there. They'll come and rest like a butterfly. Release the situation to spirit. I'm awake at night because I'm so stressed out about this situation. If you've done everything that you're meant to do, release it and trust that spirit's going to help you. Oops, sorry. Let go. When we release our attachment to the outcome, we allow the power of grace to work its magic. Simple. Just let go. Let go. Oh my gosh, these all go together. This is hysterical. Because why? Because everyone has a choice. Let everyone make the choice that they want to make. Don't force your will upon somebody else. And don't allow somebody else to force their will upon you. We all get a free will. That's how God created us. That's how God created us. With free will choices. Now, if you're going to make a choice, this is in the light, this is in the dark. Clearly, you want to choose to the light. If you go to the dark, if you listen to your night side, it's not going to go well for you. Even the crow is coming out of the void and going to the light. There's new moon happening here. A choice is being made between two. Now, this is another message. I'm making a choice. You could be choosing. My family thinks that if I choose this way, it's evil. If I choose this way, it's proper. What do you think? Well, the statistics show that if I go this way, it's going to be challenging. If I go this way, it'll be easier for me. Well, no one said life has to be easy. Challenge is good. It pushes you to be all that you can be. Right? What is the crow telling you? The crow was the totem messenger yesterday. What is the crow telling you about your choices that are in front of you at this time? The crow says that there is a transformation happening within you right now. Trust that your life history has prepared you for this change. The dark and the light. Are you seeing more of the darkness in yourself and not seeing the light? We're asking you to look to the light. We all have dark and light within us. And this is your positive experiences. This is your negative experiences. All your experiences together combined have brought you to a place where you are equipped. Know that there is balance in everything. Without darkness, there can't be light. Without spirit, there can't be physicality. So you are being guided. You are being guided. These are the new moon is when you put your wishes out. Spirit knows what your wishes are. You're being guided through this. Look at his muscles and his stomach. You're stronger at your core than you believe you are. He's wearing jeans. Jeans are comfortable. Jeans are, and they're durable. These aren't dress pants. These are workman's pants. He's got a belt on. He's equipped. He's got his big boy pants on. He's strong. He's stable. If you work at it, you can bring a balance to both. Remember the jeans. What is that belt buckle that you're holding on to? What is the belt buckle that's holding up your jeans? Are you comfortable in your own skin? This person's open, naked, and vulnerable. Jeans, to me, is the color of sodalite, right? It's my favorite. It's my favorite. I love sodalite. It literally is. I love sodalite. It makes me feel like a comfortable pair of jeans. Maybe that's a message. This situation is comfortable to me. What is comfortable for you? Are you comfortable in the decision? When you're making your choice, what feels right? Use your body as a barometer. I'm comfortable here. Then go there. Are you comfortable there? No. Then that's not in your highest good. You can try and put the belt buckle up and pull up those pants and hold it there, but I'm not comfortable with that. This belt's too tight. It's strangling me. Because the crow talks about significant change. Everything that you've been working for, it's coming. It's coming to you. And Spirit is telling you with crow that your next steps are being shown to you. The messages are coming towards you. That's your guidance. Pay attention to your thoughts, to the omens. Pay attention to what the crow is telling you. The crow as a messenger could be letting you know that maybe you're spreading yourself a little too thin. We got that already, right? We need to surrender, relax. It's time to step back. Maybe take stock of where you're at. What is my dream and what is their dream? What is it that I want to desire? Am I doing something, am I working towards something because this is what my religion wants, my company wants, my family wants, my friends wants? Or is this something that I'm comfortable with, that I want? I need to pay attention. The crow is coming from your subconscious mind. And it's asking you to bring what is hidden. What have you been hiding? Sometimes we hide from ourselves about what we truly want. Bring it to the surface. Don't hide. What is the truth? What do you really want? What is it your body really desires? What is it that your deepest desire? Don't feel guilty about it. I desire to have sex in my life. And if I stay in this position and follow this thing, that's not going to happen. I desire to have freedom. I desire to have money. I want money to be able to do things. I desire to travel. But if I'm in this place or with this company or with this person, that's never going to happen. So get honest with yourself. What is it that you truly want that's going to bring forward your happiness? Make sure you're manifesting what you truly want. The crow is a positive omen of change. There's a lot of messages coming forward in choices here. You're faced with a choice right now. Is it for the highest good of all? Is it the highest good for me? You need to focus on you first. This is a very important step in your life. And you know what? You cannot decide. You can stay a victim. You can stay a martyr. You can stay miserable. You can stay stuck. That is a choice. But is that what you really want? Are you happy with that? It's your choice. Just like these piles, right? They're your choice. You do whatever you want. Last pile. Valor. This is what is either happening this week, or this is what Spirit wants you to know, or whatever it is for you. For me, I said, what do they want me to know, or what do I want you to know? What do they want me to know? And what is going to happen, or what are you going to do about it this week? What's going to take place this week? Well, here, that looks like there's a knight coming forward, a passionate knight coming forward, and an angel. A passionate knight and an angel working together, going in the same direction. She's looking to him for the lead. Or she's saying, hey, look, I'm here. I'm right here. You're not alone. You're not alone. This is victory. This one's following their passion and is listening to their higher self, and they're being guided, and they recognize they're not alone. They're protected. Look at the wing of protection. Be courageous. The unmistakable touch of grace will follow us wherever you go, wherever we go. So go for it. Go for what you're passionate about. Oh my God, babe, life's tough. Wear a helmet. Wear a helmet. You're tougher than you think you are. Look at your shield of protection here. Look at your cloak. You're cloaked and you're passionate. Love. The blood of your soul is driving you forward. Put your freaking helmet on. Recognize your worth. This is a gold helmet. Recognize you're protected. You're not doing this alone. Be courageous. Look at that. Look at that face. I know where I'm going. I know what I want, and I am equipped. Yes, you are. You are equipped. You have everything you need to move forward. And you've got Spirit's backing. And they are saying you will be successful. This is victorious. So be courageous and go after it. Woo! Liking. The moon. First thing, cat, black cat, you littlest Black Panther. What is your higher self saying? Pay attention to your intuition. How are you affected by moon cycles? Are you a very emotional person? This is upright. I don't know if it was or not, but I'm setting it down upright. So your emotional waters are clear. You're paying attention to your higher self. Look at the symbol on the one on I'm aware. Right? Look at the color. These are fields of lavender. That's relaxed energy. When I connect with my highest self, I relax. I'm calm and centered and at peace. I'm a very emotional person. I'm affected by the energy around me. So it's important that I am in a place where it's peaceful, steady, smooth, natural. This looks like a field of lavender, and then it goes over into the water, to the ocean, right? I need to be, this is kind of like Merlin, my cat, and me. This is somebody who does well close to the water. I'm an emotional person. I'm going to honor my emotions. When I honor my emotions and I pay attention to how I feel, I recognize they're my barometer. I'm able to bring myself to a sense of peace. I'm not going to be over emotional. I'm not, because these waters are calm. If I'm finding myself too caught up in my emotions, I'm going to go to my higher self and remind myself of who I am. Am I seeing myself in a negative light? Don't do this. The moon. Maybe something's got to happen under the light of the moon. Maybe something's going to happen in secret. Maybe it's important. Maybe something is going to happen at night. I'm comfortable at night. I'm a creature of the night. Nighttime's important to me. Pay attention to your dreams. What have you been hearing in your dreams? Don't let go of your dreams. Your dreams are sound and valid. You deserve to see them fulfilled. Wow, so many messages from the moon. I'm an Aries and a Pisces moon. That makes a lot of sense to me. I'm the cat. And I love lavender, I do. This is a spiritual color, purple. Connect to your highest self. Pisces is the ocean, the fish, water, the moon. Honor your feminine energy. The colors, lavender, and the fact that this is a giant moon. I am the divine feminine. I honor myself. I'm connecting with my divine feminine. It's important right now to connect with the loving, nurturing energy within me, the divine goddess within me. We all have that. But I'm a man, and I carry a lot of divine feminine energy. Good. You're very loving, you're very gentle, you're very caring, you're very intuitive. It doesn't mean you're not a man. The fact that you are aware and are connected so strongly to the divine feminine within you, that's a gift. Do you recognize the gift that is? I've been made fun of because of that. Wow. Well, remember, we don't care what they think. You keep yourself in balance. You recognize the blessing that is. The moon. Maybe something is going to happen on the full moon. Something important. Or did something happen on the full moon of importance? Or maybe with the full moon, we're supposed to let go of everything that no longer serves us. So right now, whether it's a full moon or not, Spirit's telling you, let go of what no longer serves you. Connect to your higher spiritual self. Pay attention to your intuition and release what no longer serves you. Sometimes the full moon means truth is going to be coming out. You're going to be learning something. Something is going to be illuminated. That's what the moon card in tarot is, secrets. So secrets coming to the surface. So this is about speaking the truth. It's time to tell the truth. Maybe you need to look beyond what you see. Something is not exactly what it looks like. Are you having a feeling somebody is acting in a certain way, but you have a negative feeling from it, pay attention to your intuition. You're being asked to use the powers of your intuition right now. Something is not as it seems. Look deeper. What's really going on in this situation? Play. Yay. Yay. First thing that comes to mind is your inner child wants to play so bad. Your inner child is dying to get out and have fun. I want to play with you. I don't care how old you are. We have an inner child until the day we go back to spirit. That inner child never goes away. That inner child has been feeling neglected because that's a rocking horse. I want to play. When I play, it lifts my vibration. You know how much fun it is to fly a kite? It's so much fun. Go back to your childhood. Remember, maybe you didn't have a happy childhood. I don't even know what it's like to play. I've never had this kind of a relationship where I could play with somebody. You can play. Adults play together. That's so much fun. Ooh, I'm getting a really high energy right now. Did you have a rubber duck? I did. I had the biggest, most awesome jacuzzi bathtub in my Red Hawk house, and I had a giant rubber duck. I didn't have a rubber duck when I was a kid, but I got one when I was an adult. It was awesome. I named it Donaldo for Donald Duck. Donaldo, the rubber duck. And it made me feel young, and it made me feel fun. It was awesome. If you don't have a rubber duck, get one. Buy somebody a rubber duck for a gift for the bathtub. Ooh, if you're going to have a bubble bath with your partner, bring a rubber duck to the hotel. Put it in your little go getaway bag. How fun. That's fun. Play. When you play, you lift your vibration, and when your vibration lifts, I'm telling you right now, as I'm doing this, as I'm saying this, my solar plexus is literally spinning. Spinning like that top. My energy is spinning. My energy centers are spinning. Your house needs more fun in it. There's not enough play in your house. Build a playhouse for your child. Build a little playhouse in the house. My daughter had a playhouse, a dollhouse. It was so fun. It was more fun for me than it was for her. I collected all the stuff for it. Musical instruments. Play your musical instrument. Gosh, I need to as well. I've got and even if you're not good at it, because you know what? The music, the sounds of the strings or the drum or whatever it is. Are you a drummer? I know you are, babe. Bang your drum. I have a Native American drum. I take it out on the full moon and I bang it. I haven't banged it for a while. I'm going to take it down. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. What does this, look, isn't this beautiful? This was my mom's drum. This is one of the very few things that I have of my mother's left. And it's precious to me. But it doesn't do a whole hell of a lot of good just sitting up there on the wall. So let's see, how can we do this? I want to set this up so you guys can enjoy this. Oops, wrong way. Sorry. Okay, bang a drum. And check it out. I have the Sacred Animal Messenger. These were brought to me. This is a red hawk feather. This is a vulture feather, rebirth. This is the messenger, death, rebirth, transformation. And this giant one right here, I think that's a Canadian goose feather from Wisconsin. And the Canadian goose says, never leave a wounded bird behind. It's about loyalty. It's about friendship. So we've got a message, the messenger, see things from a higher perspective, death, rebirth, transformation, loyalty, and friendship. Ready? And you hold on to it back here. And look at the star. There's cobwebs inside check that out. That's how long it's been since I've used this drum. Not good. Oh, check it out. There's one of our totems. There's a daddy longlegs inside there. Do you see him? Sorry, buddy. You're going to have to deal with this because you're in there. Here we go. There is a message in that, and it's a really good message. I know what it is. I'm going to have to take it down. Here we go. See the owl face? Right there? Right there? See past the illusion. Do you see the nose? you see the nose of the what animal is this to you? A goat? I see a goat or a horse. Look at the different animals. As I'm doing this, I'm seeing something. I'm seeing two come together. Right here, there's two sides of a face, and they're joining together as one. And I see the eyes here. I see all kinds of different animals in here. There's another up here. The bird, the beak. Right here. There's a swan. When I was in Santa Cruz, I went to a drumming circle. Maybe you need to go to a drumming circle. When I went to the drumming circle, we had a giant drum sitting in front of us. And as they chanted, they sang Lakota songs. It was hard for me because I don't understand the language and I couldn't pronounce the words very well, but they did some simple ones for me, and it was fun. My friend Randall that I met up there, and while I was looking at the drumming circle going on, I had a story. I literally got the loudest message, and I told everybody. By the symbols that I read in the surface of the drum, it was leather, but the way that it wasn't dyed like that. It was just natural leather, and I saw all kinds of different animals. There was a huge message, and I related to everyone. It was so in depth because of the animal messengers that I saw on the face of the drum, and the message was incredible. And so I sat there, and I didn't know anybody. You know, Randall invited me to come, and I didn't know anybody, and it was an honor that I was invited to come to this drumming circle. So I was a little bit embarrassed. You know, everybody knew each other. I didn't know anybody. And it was a drop-in. You were allowed to drop in, you know, and come by there. But they had all been there before. And so I was a little bit embarrassed. And I waited until we took a break. And I said, can I give you guys a message? I said, I'm a shaman. And you know what's interesting? A lot of people get annoyed with me because I'm Norwegian and Welsh. I'm mostly 95% Welsh. And they say, you're not Native American, you're not a shaman. My father appointed me a shaman. Yes, I am. So I sat next to a Lakota Indian, and I said, I am a shaman, and I have a message for you. Would you be interested in hearing what I have to say? And he said, absolutely, absolutely. And so I told him, because I said, well, you know, these are the animal messengers that I see. And this is what it means. This is what I am seeing. This is what I'm being told to share with you. And it was amazing. And I was scared, you know, at first to do it, but I did it. And everyone was very, very receptive. The message was incredible for myself, and it was incredible for the people. I asked Randall afterwards, and he's like, that was awesome. That was awesome. And when I gave my message, the Lakota Indian, I can't remember his name. He was the nicest guy. He said that he saw, everyone started to, you know, here it is right here. Here it is. Oh my God, I wonder if I told you guys. So this is the drumming circle. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is it. Oh, I gotta put the volume on. My friend Randall. They do yoga. This is the owner of the house, this lady here, and her husband is to her left. she made a wonderful meal for everybody afterwards. So I read the front of the... Isn't that cool? Oh, I remember it felt so good to be there. This is on my personal page if you guys want to look at it. If you want to see this again. I want to see if I wrote what it was. Oh, I didn't. But so I looked on the surface. So I sat there in this was my seat. Look at that giant drum. Wasn't that awesome? And I found all these different animal messengers, and then I told the story. And it was amazing. B&B Well is the name of the place. So check it out. Oh my gosh, they've got a sensory... Oh, this is the site. So B&B Well is the place. I'm going to tell you guys because you can go there. They have a sensory deprivation tank, right? Oh my gosh. Go here and check it out. I'm going to go here and check it out. I didn't even realize, and I've liked it. I forgot about it. Anyway, that was amazing. So, play your drum, lift your vibration. When your vibration lifts, everything works. Everything happens. You draw energy to yourself. It took me right back to that place. It's a form of meditation. It's how you connect with your ancestors, with the ancient ones. It's you banging a drum. Just, I mean, I know I'm going on about the drum, but banging the drum, it's a celebration. It's an honoring, a blessing. It's a form of meditation, a form of worship. You know, saying thanks. It's amazing. If you're a guitar player, play the guitar. I have a guitar. And I know how to play one song, All of Me Loves All of You, but I haven't done it forever. My Papa Terry in Wisconsin made me this mountain dulcimer. He made this for me. You don't even have to know what the hell you're doing. Pick the strings, close your eyes, and vibrate with the sound that it makes. Do you have toys in your house that take you back to when you were a kid, that remind you of things? Remind you of different times in your life. Go back to that time. I had my teddy bear. I had a few of my toys in my favorite book that I had when I was little. And everything was stolen in a storage unit. And it broke my heart. But look, when I went to Wisconsin, I found this little bear. And it reminded me of my twin. He's long and he's tall. And this was me, the peace bear. Kind of psychedelic. I'm a grown adult. And I have these. They're important. And I keep them in my life. Do you have something that reminds you of when you were younger? I have a book. Where's my book? I'm going to show you. You guys can check out if you want. But any other people that are interested, you can still follow along with what's coming next. I have a book, and it's called Good Dog Carl. I read it. Sometimes they take it out. Where is it? When my children were little, I used to read to them every single night. And I had a huge children's book collection. And I'm Canadian, right? And my family comes from Australia and in England. And this is Alexandra Day. Carl is Good Dog Carl. It's a Rottweiler. And this Rottweiler took care of this puppy. No, I'm sorry. The Rottweiler took care of the baby. The parents went away, and the Rottweiler was the babysitter for the baby when the parents were not there. He was a protector. There's a whole series, but the book, there's very few words. I'm wondering if there are any words in this book. I think there might be a few, but the pictures were amazing. And when you're little, you know, they can't read anyway. I would look at the scenes and I would tell my own story, which is the way I do now. I read, right? I've done this forever. Look how much fun this is. Remember the balloons made in the shape of animals? When's the last time you went and bought a helium balloon for somebody? How fun are balloons? When my landlord had his birthday, he said he doesn't have really very many friends and nobody remembers his birthday. I bought him a bunch of helium balloons. They lasted forever and he left them up on his ceiling. It was fun and it was happy. Have you gone on a train? Have you gone to Disneyland lately or Knott's Berry Farm? Do you know how much fun adults have? We pretend that we're doing it for our kids, but we love it. I don't like zoos. I like the Wild Animal Park. I do. I love the wild. Or, you know what? I'm looking at this. The Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach or wherever you are. Monterey Bay Aquarium. When's the last time you went there? When's the last time you went to a park and swung on a swing? I go all the time. I love swing sets. Always. My grandson and I do swings all the time. Slides? When's the last time you went down a fun slide? They're a riot. Take your grandchild to the park. Take a friend's kid to the park. Take your girlfriend to the park. Have you done this? Painting? I'm not very good at it. Look at how, but you know what? This is how you express yourself. Check it out. Everyone's looking at the same, this is the same, everyone's looking at, this is what we're supposed to paint, right? This person's painting a Van Gogh style. It's got 2 eyes and a weird head. This one is painting like a Monet style. This one's got, what the hell, abstract, right? And this one is thinking something completely different in their imagination. They're imagining that little baby running on that dog, but the dog turns into a different type of animal. Use your imagination. Let your imagination run wild. There's so many things about playing. Take pictures. Get a telescope and look up at the stars. Look at that. The only words in the book. We didn't mean to be gone so long. I hope you didn't get bored. You're like, are you kidding me? So if somebody is not in your physical presence, and you sit there in that room and you cry, and you're lonely and you're sad and you're miserable, I miss them. I miss them. I miss them. Is that helping you? What is happening to your vibration? Instead, keep yourself happy. Play. Lift your energy. Rather than constantly fighting against pushing wet spaghetti up a hill, dealing with all the battles of your life, take some time out to have some fun. This allows your mind to rest. This allows your creative spark to come back. You'll figure out all kinds of stuff. If you're playing, you can be playing Legos and you can be you start building something and you get an idea. I love Legos. P.S. I love Legos. Love them. Still, as an adult, I love Legos. My grandson and I play that. What's that game where you stack everything up, and you gotta do it where it's not gonna fall over? Oh, I can't think of what it's called. It's so much fun. He wins almost every time. It's not a waste of time. It's important. It's vital. It invigorates you. It makes you laugh. And when it makes you laugh, it's fun. Laughter is what we need. Laughter is the best medicine, right? Spirit wants us to do this. I'm going to give you a message straight from what this deck has to say. Because I don't know this, but this is information that I feel that needs to be told. Albert Einstein once said that he wished he had played more, while Leonardo da Vinci made it a regular daily practice. So Einstein, he was brilliant, right? He was brilliant and he did very important things. But Leonardo da Vinci, he played and he created art. His art was fun. Now, you can be very brilliant and very successful, but you're not having any fun. Maybe you need somebody in your life that brings the fun out in you. Maybe you're around people that just want you to work, and that's important. You know, there's no time to play. There's a lot of people that have that attitude. Life, this is serious business. No, it isn't. Nothing needs to be that serious. Take an hour or two out, one night a week, the weekend. Right now, Spirit wants you to enjoy. They want you to back off all this heaviness and enjoy. And see what comes, what happens, what changes in your life when you allow yourself to play. Ooh. I like. All right, you guys, we're at an hour anyway. Look at that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it didn't annoy you. And if it did, ask yourself why. Have a good day.